Georgia Street for 36 years. It has been recognized that the person pursuing this has multiple gas stations in the city, as well as there are multiple gas stations located on Broadway from 30th to 52nd, which makes no need for another gas station in our neighborhoods that will affect the well-being of our children and family safety. The risk of living too close to a gas station includes fire, explosions, toxic fumes, and groundwater contamination. The risks of the fire and explosions are the most obvious concerns. It can ignite easily, whether through a spark or open flame. Toxic fumes can be harmful to inhale and cause respiratory problems, and the groundwater contamination can seep into the soil and contaminate the groundwater. The presence of this gas station in our neighborhood will bring much unwanted noise and loud music, high volume of people, traffic, shootings, killings, fights, drugs, gang activity that I have personally witnessed in the past 36 years of living here. Having a gas station here is very unacceptable. It shows they don't care, yet because of their greed, which is their portion, they have taken absolutely no thought into the real dangers or consequences that it could really affect the people that live near this property. Many of the officials say how much they love Gary, their plans to do for Gary, with the words that they have fell to the ground with no effect of any return or possible hope of change, because they have shown no forth of action in making it better. My disappointment is with those that can make change and don't. If they love the way they truly say they love, flowing from their heart and not their mouth, I would not be standing here today. The love would not allow these people to take advantage of our city for money purposes. The love would say no to those seeking that to make profit.
Your time.
Oh, I'm
Thank you.
here today, but I really thank you, and I hope this does not pass.
All right, thanks a lot. Next, Ms. Carolyn McCready.
Good evening, everyone. I totally concur with what Sandra Wilson has said, and I just want to say that the petitioner got up and said that their gas stations look just fine and that I had the wrong addresses. I do not have the wrong addresses. I had some of the wrong addresses, but then I went back, revisited, and took pictures. They look terrible, okay? I mean, anywhere in the city, if this is how they conduct business, you know, if they want to put a gas station anywhere in our city, we should not allow it. They look like jails. They're dirty. There's garbage everywhere. And, you know, it's just unacceptable. They own a gas station in 61st and Broadway that is beautiful, okay? So I guess when he got up and said, oh, yes, we have gas stations and they look really good, I guess he was thinking that he was in Merrillville, because the gas stations on Malcolm X, at 34th and Malcolm X, and the gas station, I have it on my phone, at 47th and Broadway, are terrible, and so this goes to their integrity. Why do they get up here and try to tell this council that their gas stations are, you know, at the highest standard? They are not. They are not. And I suggest that, you know, if you don't believe me, go see it for yourself. I sent these pictures to Corey Sharp because I wanted to see. It's not that I don't want the man doing business here, but, you know, if you're going to lie to that extent, then how can we believe anything that they're saying? And also, why was that ordinance about expanding a bakery? Is that just a typo, or is that what they told someone they wanted to do? I mean, I don't understand how a secretary could.
Yeah, your 2 minutes are up, that's why. Yeah. Thank you. May Thomas? Is May Thomas here? All right, next. Ms. Shelton? Okay. Mr. Thurstman, can you come back up? I had a question to ask. is, the person that you're here for, is he also the owner for the petition for 2507? Are they related? Okay. They're not, or you don't know? Hit that big green button. Yeah, the button.
Hello? They are not related, no.
Okay. All right, thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I did have a question about, I'm sorry, 2025-10. I'm not 100% clear on the difference. Attorney Molina, is this a rezone or this is special use?
It's a special use.
So it's currently zoned this way?
It's B31, and then we're asking for special use to operate the gas and convenience store, which is allowable under special use only.
Okay, so, but it is currently zoned for this. It's just they need the special use permit.
Correct.
And then, one more question. I'm sorry, Sixers. It seems to be a national chain, but I'm not sure if I'm familiar with, I don't know if I've ever seen a Sixers before.
So it's not a national chain. It is a local operator. There are, I believe, 3 other locations. So there's one, I can get you addresses. They're not, they do not have a location in Gary, but they have, let's see here. So there's 9285 Wicker Avenue in St. John, 8317 Kennedy Avenue in Highland. And then there's the, let's see here, 3600 Central Avenue, Lake Station. And then 6906 Homan Avenue, Hammond.
Can you get a very first address you gave before 8317 Kennedy?
9285 Wicker in St. John.
And then I will just say lastly, it's more of a comment, but I appreciate the plan for the convenience store. I get a lot of feedback about not having restrooms in these convenience stores, how much of the shelf space is going to be dedicated to alcohol or tobacco. So having the actual floor plan for the convenience store was very helpful. And I guess not to you, but as a message to any other gas station / convenience stores, I think this should be the standard. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Chair.
You're welcome. Anyone with questions by any council members before we conclude this meeting? Any more questions, Ms. Barnes-Caldwell? Okay. Mr. Suggs, can we see you immediately following this committee meeting? Thank you. These ordinances, with the exception of CPO 2025-05, because this individual did not show tonight, and CPO 2025-07 at the request of Mr. Molina, will not be heard at the next Common Council meeting on March 4th of next week. But the other 3 ordinances will be on the agenda. If you were here tonight, please make sure that you attend the council meeting on March 4th. If you're not here, it will be put back into committee. Thank you for attending.